Pontiac, on behalf of your authorized Pontiac dealer, presents Victor Borga's Comedy and Music. And now here is Victor Borga and his shampoo music.
Thank you very, very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pontiac Show. The gunshot you heard is the closest we can get to a Western. We wanted to make this a real Western show, but we tried it, and it is awfully difficult to play the piano on horseback, particularly during an Indian raid. So we kind of gave up that thought. I'd just like to tell you this. Put peanut butter in that sandwich, I think. That many entertainers are asked what kind of cigarettes to smoke, what kind of food to eat, and what to do and what to do. Nobody ever asks anybody what automobile they drive. And I'm very proud to say voluntarily that I drive, of course, a Pontiac. Not because I'm doing the Pontiac show, but I have been driving Pontiac for years. So I was very happy when they asked me to do the show because I'm so familiar. Even my children drive Pontiac. I have a little boy, he's 3.5 years old, and a little girl who's 2 years old. And they have their own little Pontiac they drive, and you can see it on the screen there, I think. That's it. They're driving their little Pontiac. A little electric... There they are. Aren't they cute? That is a Boxer sitting there in the foreground, model 1955. Yeah, that's cute. I'd like to show you a picture of my car, if I may, just for a second. one of the four-door jobs, you know. This is my present Pontiac. Of course, the bad thing about it is my wife is in it. This is my brother. But come spring, we will fix this. Fortunately, though, I have the car right here on stage, the one I drove in across the street. We have a garage across the street, and here it is. And this is actually the 1958 model of the Pontiac. It's a lovely car, and the motor, I am crazy about the motor. Man, it's gone. There it is. I told you it was gone, but nevertheless, now I can understand why they put the steering wheel in the rear. Well, it might be my mistake. May I borrow a hand anyway? I just wanted you to show this car. I like this car because when I put a hand on the front light here, it reminds me of my plant manager at Vipo Farm. Well, now you know as much about Pontiac as I do. And I'm very happy. Many people have wanted to be composers, and we all have a little feeling that we should compose, and we could if we only knew how. It isn't as difficult as you might think. Everybody thinks that we have to sit down all day long or sit up all night long. I don't know why you sit up at night and down at day time. It struck me. And wait for the inspiration. Many might do so, but the inspiration not always appears that way. Still have that lovely arrangement in my teeth. I would like to take you to the piano now and show you how a modern composer today composes a modern song hit. He will have on the piano a batch of music, some old, some new, all kinds of music, a pair of scissors, and some glue in a big bowl like this. And now, I would like to show you how to compose a song hit, we hope, in a jiffy. Let us take, for instance, Brahms on top here. Johannes Brahms, J. Brahms. There's a lively one. Ah, that's too slow. Tchaikovsky. Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. This is something. That's a little too dangerous. Now, Schubert, Franz Schubert, the wonderful composer. He was a very poor composer. He wasn't a poor composer, he was a poor man. He was a fine composer, and here's his Serenade. Nay. I always have my glasses with me. You see, these are very lovely glasses. They're cut here like Benjamin Franklin's because I don't need glasses, so I can see over them when I look at them. But for now I can get along without them anyway. That's a lovely theme, and nobody will know that. So we will cut out a little of this. That'll never be popular. You know, make it so that nobody will recognize it. Fine. Now we have a little glue here. Now, for our next edition, a little Debussy, Claude Debussy, the French composer by the same name. Claude Debussy, unfortunately, is dead, as you probably have heard. And I sincerely hope he is, because they buried him quite a few years ago. According to Ed Sullivan's column, of course. Incidentally, that also happened to Mrs. Debussy, I'm sorry to say. The whole family, gone. They were lovely people, fine people, but that's the way it goes. Well, I don't care, I have my own problems. I didn't even know them. But I happen to know a couple who live here in New York, an elderly couple who knew them very, very well. They were very close to them like this, and they've known for years. And they have told me all about it. It's very interesting to hear people sit and talk about such greatness being so far remote from them. They really knew them well. Lovely. They hated them. Knew them well. Debussy. No wonder. Now we have a little Shostakovich. Shostakovich. Just a moment. We'll find it. Now here's a little Mozart, the greatest of them all. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Before I play this, I would like to show you a collector's item I have here. Very few people, which is the same as many few people, we'll get into French in a minute, envy me this little collection here. This, ladies and gentlemen, in this little box is the first note that Wolfgang Mozart ever wrote in his life. Isn't that the cutest thing? Can you see it? Well, it doesn't matter. It's here anyway. And this is a B. Think of that little cute Mozart. This is the first note he ever wrote. And here I have, in the other hand, or now in the same hand, the last note Mozart wrote after 30 years in composing. Isn't that something? I'm thrilled with these two things. The second note is a C. And this is the last Mozart ever wrote. In other words, I have from his first note to his last note. Actually, I don't think he went very far, do you? To ask my opinion. But it's interesting anyway. Here we have some Strauss. Abraham Strauss. Oh, that's the same thing that always happens when I play that number. Now, this is a good one. This we will use. Where's my scissors? We will use this. Take the center out of it so we can make a little pause here. Yeah, we need some more of that, and here it is. Strauss, 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 Strauss. Yeah, we take a little random here, and a little random here, and a little random here. Now we need a finale. We'd like to take something from an opera, because whoever listens to that. As a matter of fact, my brother wrote an opera. It might not interest you to know, but this has nothing to do with the show, actually. But I have 3 brothers. Actually, I have 2.5 brothers. This might not interest you, and I've never spoken about them because they're way back in Denmark. I have 3 half-brothers, which is 1.5, and then 1 regular brother, which makes it 2.5. brothers, you know, he who used to be the tallest may soon be the smallest, because the one who used to be the smallest when he was little is little by little becoming the tallest. This is one of these things, you know, they grow. And with the exception of the one we used to call the little one, because he was smaller than the tallest one when they were little. None of them were particularly tall when they were small. One of them is married, by the way, to a lovely wife. She is very wealthy. She owns a string of wishing wells. My brother was once arrested for impersonating a soldier. And that was embarrassing because he was in the army at that time. She's very cute, his wife. She's typically Danish, and her family, these strong-looking people, you know, red-faced and pot-bellied and wispy mustache, this lovely family. Even the men look funny in that family, you know. I just made that up. Yeah. I have to play for you what we have here. Just a second, please. Oh, I need a B flat. And then we have the Blue Danube. Now we need the ending, and we will take the ending from any opera. Here's a nice thing from the opera Carmen. Last act. Here's what we have. Now I shall go over to the maestro and ask the orchestra to play it with me. This is the Blue Serenade by by Schubert, isn't it? Yes, and the Blue Danube by Strauss. We will put them together, play it as a waltz, and call it the Blue Serenade by Schubert. Here's your score. Gentlemen, get over here. When you're ready, maestro, we will play the Blue Serenade by Schubert. Bambi Lynn and Rod Alexander. It was a lovely waltz you were dancing. Now I don't know what happens. Where is the stage manager? What comes next? Please, Joe. Come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
all confused because they're rushing me, and what shall I do next?
Well, we are doing a commercial back there. It will take 3 minutes, Mr. Moore.
Oh, that leaves me 3 minutes. Can I practice a little bit at my piano? I'm playing the Chopin waltz, you know, and I never got it right.
There's a piano backstage.
Wonderful.
We have about 3 minutes.
Well, fine. Is he doing the commercial? Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you. Aren't you George Washington?
Yes, that's right.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. However, my birthday isn't until Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I won't be here Saturday. I'm sorry. Now, here is my... This is one of the most difficult waltzes Chopin ever wrote, and I never learned it. Pardon me, Mr. Boyer. Oh, yeah, but hurry up. I have to practice. That's a nice piece. Boy, my wife likes that one. Still a difficult thing to do. Yes? Yeah, but hurry up. I only have a couple of minutes. Oh, look at this. Now, this always happens in the middle of the show. They put powder all over you. It is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
I'm getting awfully dry. Mr. Stayman, can I have a drop of coffee or something?
Coffee, boy, please.
Yeah, let me have a drop of coffee. You know, rehearsing all day and then the show, you know, you just go crazy. Just a little drop of coffee. Do you have it? Yes.
Thank you. Which one? Yes.
Thank you very much. You're my throat. How long time do we have yet?
You have about a minute, Mr. Borger. 1 more minute.
Yes?
May I please have your autograph?
Yes, only 1 minute. What's your name?
Butch.
Butch. How do you spell Butch?
B-U-T-C-H.
B-U-T-C-H. B like in Butch. Thank you so very much. Very, very much. Now, while I was playing and conducting this thing, I had a little opportunity to think. And it occurs to me that during my little off-stage rehearsal, a little fellow came in about this size, and he played very well piano. Can we get him in? Is he still here?
Ruskin, please.
Oh, hello. How are you? Would you have a seat, please? There isn't much to sit down. For you, I mean, I have to sit further down. You just sit down a little. What is your full name?
Abbott Lee Ruskin.
Abbott Lee Ruskin. Uh-huh. How old are you?
12.
12 what?
12 years old.
Oh. You married? Not yet. Well, have you ever given a concert? Have you ever played in public?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. But you are studying piano. I can hear from your touch that you must be pretty accomplished. Mm-hmm. Would you like to play for the audience here?
I'd love to.
You would? Well, then you must be pretty good. I hate to because I'm the worst. You know, you have never been on a concert stage before? I have done it for years. And it takes a certain training, you know. You have to do the little tricks. You have to know quite a few things, and I'll show it to you. The simplest thing of... By the way, the pen you gave me is leaking. I'm giving you another pen here, which is not leaking. You see, always keep it in this pocket here. You take this one, because when you put it in this pocket, it leaks in the other pocket, you see. That's one of those things. Now you come over here, Abbott, and I'll show you. You walk on the stage with an air of superiority. Like this. As if you know what you were going to play. Then you bow toward the audience. Please follow me now. You bow way down. Try that, please. No, you bow from the waist, from here up.
Well, Mr. Borga, if I bow from here up, I'll have nothing to bow with.
Well, how many fingers do you have? Because I'm not going to ask any more questions. 10. You'll be just as good as Benno Mosevich or Paderewski or all the great ones. Now you bow to the audience. You sit down. You lift your hand to demand quiet, right? Invariably, somebody will cough. You put your hand down, wait till they have coughed their head off, till they have coughed the nut, and then you try it again, right? This is a Steinway. Do you play Steinway?
Of course.
Of course, I'm happy to hear that. This piano was made by Steinway and Sons this afternoon. It's very lovely. The whole family work on it. Normally there are 88 keys on the piano, but this has 89 because one of the Sons is a little off. Now you can fix yourself up a little in the mirror there if you wish before the concert. That's very simple. And now you're ready to play. And what are you going to play?
Weber's Concertstück.
Weber's Concertstück. Now, this is the thing I've been waiting to hear for years. And now, I will take you over to our set, which we call the Concert Hall. And, ladies and gentlemen, Abbott Lee Ruskin will now come and play for you the Concertstück by Carl Maria... Maria, that's a female name, isn't it? Carl von Weber and his sister Maria. I guess that's I give you now Abbott Lee Ruskin. Ladies and gentlemen, in Concertstück by Weber.
This is Milton Cross. In a moment, we're going to witness a debut performance. Mr. Victor Borge conducting the big, bold Pontiac in a suite for smart motorist and orchestra. The maestro is making his entrance. He pauses to greet the Pontiac dealer, bows to the audience. Mr. Borge has checked the score, the melodic lines of Pontiac's new direction styling, keynoted by the widest selection of the world's finest finish, lustrous lucite lacquer, the color-matched top-grain leather upholstery, one of 60 interior trim options. This whole symphony of Pontiac advantages at no extra cost. And now, Mr. Borge takes his place in the big, bold Pontiac. The first movement is aptly called Allegro e Acceleroso, which makes other cars seem so-so. Just glissando from the toe cues the mighty Tempest 395 engine for an incomparable Pontiac crescendo of acceleration that turns sharp grades into diminished flats. The gently flowing second movement, Legato e Dolce, starts with a buoyant floating ride, lyric in character that continues to dominate even over the most staccato roads. This is augmented here by the harmonious new Pontiac ever-level air ride that floats you along on air. Mr. Borge terminates the movement with soft pedal smoothness. Pitch is completely controlled. After a brief horn passage, we are introduced to an intricate series of sharp and flat contrapuntal turns. Mr. Borge displays the stability of Pontiac's new aeroframe, which virtually eliminates sway and vibrato. The dynamic balance and crisp precision of control and cornering provide a triumphant expression of Pontiac's grandissimo superiority. And now Mr. Borge climaxes the work with a final burst of enthusiasm. And we hear the joyful conclusion. Pontiac is America's #1 instrument for the road. For driving pleasure that will be sweet music to your ears, arrange for a test drive with our obligato at your Pontiac dealers soon. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we went in so fast to the commercial that the people at home didn't hear the ovation that little Abbott V. Ruskin got here after his presentation of the piano, and I wish that you would once again show your appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, I've so often been asked to play this number all the way straight through. What that means, I don't know. Straight through all the way or something like that. We have now chosen to play the 18th variation by Rachmaninoff of a theme by Paganini. And we hope you will like it. It's one of the most beautiful things ever written for piano and orchestra. And here it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everything comes to an end, and this is it. On behalf of my sponsor, myself, I wish to thank you for spending this precious hour of yours with us. I have a carload of Rockcornish hens sitting outside waiting. I have to take them to Denver tonight. This is what we had to offer. Some laughs, smiles, some giggles, some sneezes, some snoozes, some coughs. And when once in a while a handkerchief comes out to wipe away a tear from laughter, that is my reward. The rest goes to the government. I wish to extend thanks to my father and my mother who made this show possible. I wish to extend thanks to my 5 children who made it necessary. I hate to say goodbye after we have finally become so well acquainted, and I hope that we shall meet again. It might be a little early to determine where or when, but next time it might be in your neighborhood, your home, in space, on the satellite, or on the moon, who knows? All the scientists are concentrating on getting to the moon, but with the climate we have now, I wish somebody would try to get us closer to the sun. So until next, not goodbye, but auf Wiedersehen.